Let's start this video off by painting a picture. Let's think about Tom. Tom's a software engineer at a big company. He does all his tickets on time, he helps his teammates, fixes hard bugs, yet when the time comes for promotion, he goes overlooked. He talks to his manager about what he's doing wrong, what he needs to improve on, and he keeps getting the same generic feedback. Tom, you're doing great. Keep doing it. And then Tom thinks, shit, okay, maybe the promotion will come next time, but still does not come. So now he thinks, maybe I'm not working hard enough. So now Tom starts taking on more work, starts doing harder tickets, he goes above and beyond to help his teammates, but yet to no avail, no promotion, no meaningful bumps, and the same generic feedback. So Tom now thinks, shit, I think it's my technical capabilities. So now Tom starts learning new things, new coding languages, new tools and technologies, and still continues the same things like doing more tickets, working on weekends, working late at nights, and this thing goes on in a circle. You see what's happening here? Tom's just now going to feel burnt out. He's going to feel exhausted. His relationships with his family, partner, friends are going to start being affected because now Tom is working all the time. Tom does not age well. And after doing all of this for a couple of years, like 4 or 5 years, he finally gets that promotion. And then he moves to the next level. And now things probably will just get worse from there because now the problems are harder. So what does Tom do? Tom doubles down on what he was doing, and things just worsen and worsen till the point Tom can't take it anymore. And he just feels stuck, tired, burnt out, not knowing what to do. Because all these years Tom has been working his ass off, yet I'm pretty sure he was seeing engineers not working as hard as he was, yet they were getting recognition and getting promoted. So what were they doing differently? Now, let me ask you this. If hard work is supposed to lead to success, why are so many engineers facing the same problem? And you might be thinking, who the hell is this guy? Probably just making some shit up. Maybe, but over the last few months, I've spent enough time talking to 50 plus engineers from various companies at various roles to know this is the hard truth. If you don't believe me, I'll link the video up there. You can also go on Reddit and see what the usual discussions around. It'll probably paint a picture. Now, let me ask you another question. When your co-workers think about you, do they think about you as someone for their effort or for their impact? Think about it. Maybe drop it in the comments. I completely understand just how frustrating this can be for most people out there, if not all of them. Working your ass off, doing everything that is asked of you, yet not seeing that visibility or the recognition or the promotions that come with all this hard work. Well, and I don't blame anyone for doing this because this is kind of what we've all been taught through since we were kids. Think about it. Even back in school, we were all rewarded for doing hard work. People were taught about keep doing hard work, do good things, and the results will come. But that's the most average or the normalized way of doing things. That's probably not going to set yourself apart. Doing good work, keeping your head down, and letting your results speak for themselves is doing you an injustice. I know you're working hard, and your hard work deserves that visibility and the recognition and the impact that should come with it. So now the question comes, what should you be doing differently? Should you continue taking on more tickets? Should you continue doing more technical stuff? Or like learning more technical things or helping your teammates? Yeah, definitely help your teammates, not saying you should not. But is that the only thing you can do? And before I get hate comments, don't get me wrong, hard work is important at times. But it's not the only thing that's going to get you that recognition and that visibility. Maybe, let me give you an example. Think of a guitarist. Well, actually think of two guitarists. One is average, one's really good. One keeps honing on their craft, keep practicing a lot daily so that they can get better and better and better over time to the time they master the craft. The other one, who's the average one, he goes and starts playing in front of a crowd. He starts getting the feedback. He starts understanding what the crowd is liking, what the crowd is not liking. He starts tweaking those specific things. And over time, his audience size increases because he's just putting himself out there. While the other one who just stays with their head down and focus on the craft, they don't get that visibility. So now the other average guitarist who might not be as skilled as the skilled one ends up being a lot more recognized and a lot more visible and having a lot more fans than the other one. Does that sort of give a high level idea of what I'm trying to talk about? It's very similar in software engineering as well. So hard work, yes, is important, but it's also how you put yourself out there in front of your coworkers, in front of your managers, your VP, PMs, and all those different technical and non-technical people is what will start making a shift for you. You don't need to be the most technical out there, but how you market those technical skills, which will start making others perceive you as someone who can get difficult shit done. And over time, you'll understand what you need to tweak, what you not need to tweak. You see what works, what drives business impact, and you start doubling down on that. And let me tell you, my friend, that will get you that visibility. That will get you that recognition. And that in turn will get you that promotion. Because you start being seen as an authority in what you're doing. And like I said, you don't need to be the best engineer out there, but how you carry yourself matters a lot. For all the introverts seeing this, you might be taken aback. But Ninad, how am I supposed to put myself out there? I don't have that confidence. Well, let me tell you, I'm a massive introvert myself. It's not easy, and I don't mean to say putting yourself out there as if being an extrovert. You can definitely do that without having to be the loudest person in the room. That's where you start leveraging documentation practices. And I don't mean writing those wikis. It's about writing the strategic documentation. And I'll make a whole other video on this in the future, is what can actually make you stand out without having to speak more. Start asking good questions. Usually when you go to meetings, people stay silent. They don't contribute much. That's all right. Maybe one shift you can start doing, start asking more questions. And don't worry about feeling stupid. You'll be surprised at how many times that a specific thing needs clarity, but the question feels stupid. But if you still ask it, it provides so much value to people. That will also make your coworkers see you as someone who's not afraid of being judged. You care about clarity. You care about the right decision being made. So even how you approach meetings, communication starts mattering more, because that will make you be seen as someone who's collaborative or someone who's just egotistical. We think back to a time when you knew a coworker was saying something wrong or proposing something wrong, and you said, "You're wrong." How did they react? They probably pushed back. Their ego took the steering wheel and everything just started becoming a debate. Is that the right way of doing things? Probably not. There's a lot better way that you can approach this, focused on asking questions and making them think from your point of view, for example. So going forward, I want you to reframe your mindset. Reframe it from only focusing on technical skills to now going a step beyond. I mean, don't stop working on your technical skills. That is important, especially as you start dealing with more complex projects. But you also want to focus on clear communication. That could be through written documentation, like the strategic documentation I talked about. That could be through by asking the good kind of questions. This will also help you drive that clarity, those decisions. It will build trust. It will make others see you as someone who drives alignment, who drives clarity, and who's just willing to do whatever it takes so that the project takes the right step forward. So yeah, success comes as a combination of execution or hard work, your effective communication, building trust and ownership, and making a visible impact. Hard work still matters, don't get me wrong, but it has to be directed and it has to be seen. Going back to Tom's example, if Tom would have started making these reframes and changing the way he operates, I can pretty much guarantee you his promotion would have come in half the time than it would have. Because at that point, Tom would have been seen as an authority in what he was doing, and he would be seen as someone who drives trust and alignment, who owns everything and just takes the best step forward. So yeah, if you feel you've been working harder every year but it hasn't led to anything, maybe you should start thinking about doing things a bit differently now. I have quite a few videos on my channel that can give you a bit more direction, and I plan to make a shit ton more videos in the future to give as much value as I can around these things. And if you stay till the absolute end, and if you're new to this channel, hey, I'm Ninad. I went from being an early career engineer to a senior engineer way faster than most engineers out there, and even got promoted over other people with 3-4 times more years of experience than what I had. Now, I want to help other engineers who are introverted or are overlooked go from quietly doing great work without recognition to becoming more confident, visible, and respected so that they can get that growth and confidence that they deserve. And if anything in this video resonated with you, feel free to book a call with me. It's no pressure at all. It's just a conversation for me to understand where you're at and whether I can help and how I can help you make 2026 that shift in your career that you've been looking for. And as always, I'm here to help.